absolute finest. Now, first up, these two ladies who are going to be competing in the women's strawweight division are going to get us kicked off. Tayana Victoria taking on Khrysthyan Disciani. Now, Khrysthyan, let's go ahead and let's talk to you first. Now, we know that you're excited, and we know that you are kicking off Who's Number 125 tomorrow live on FloGrappling.com. What do you have in store for your opponent?
Well, I'm pretty excited. I feel like I came in already 1-0 on time, 2-0 on weight, and tomorrow I'm looking to go 3-0 against her. So I think I'm going to be entertaining. I have good jiu-jitsu, and I'm going to be fast-paced.
3-0, and she is ready to go. Thank you so much. Next up, we're going to go over to Tayana. Now, Tayana, let me ask you something. This is your second match with Who's Number 1, and a lot of us really want to know what's going on. Could we possibly see another straight ankle lock submission victory tomorrow? Because we know, as far as your arsenal goes, that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's my second time compete under Who's Number 1. And yeah, I'm ready. I train a lot with my team for this moment, and there's a lot of training with the foot locks. Yeah, you guys can wait my best tomorrow. I'm really ready for this moment.
I'm really seeing if she's going to implement that into her arsenal tomorrow, but we're just going to have to wait for the opening match tomorrow in the women's strawweight division. Tayana Victoria taking on Khrysthyan Disciani. What's going on, guys? Here we are with the next matchup of the evening. Who's Number 125? This one's going to be going down in the light heavyweight division. We've got Dylan Melton and Sebastian Attard. Now, Sebastian, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you first because I've got a very interesting question that I think that you can answer. Now, back in early November, you posted on Instagram, Houston is about to experience my antics yet again. What do you mean by that?
That's a good question, Mr. Houston. Here's the plan. My antics in Houston, any competition that happens here, I'm always trying to come here, go crazy, put on a crazy show. And I know Dylan Melton, he's not here to stall. He's not here to win by a close advantage. He wants to cook me, and I want to cook him back. So that's what I mean. We're going in there. We're going to do our best. Hopefully, we're both bleeding by the end of it, but one of us is going to win, and that's the antics. Houston antics. You understand, Mr. Houston, don't you?
Man, this guy is good with his rhymes and his words. But now I'm going to turn it over to Dylan. Now, Dylan, what should what should the fans expect from you and your style tomorrow?
I think it's just going to be a lot of pressure. You know, Sebastian's very tough. I'm very tough, so I think we're going to have a pretty good match.
Man, a few words, but nonetheless, I think that they're all going to translate out onto the mat tomorrow. And once again, this is in the light heavyweight division. We got Dylan Melton and Sebastian Attard. Next up after this is going to be in the featherweight division, and that's going to be Izaak Cordova and Nate Hernandez. Our press conference continues on with the next match, which is going down at the Bayou Music Center right here downtown Houston. And this one is going to be going down in the featherweight division. Izaak Cordova and Nate Hernandez. Izaak, I'm going to go ahead and get started off with you. Now, stepping onto the mat tomorrow, what would a win here mean for you, brother?
Good to be here with you, Jeff. Looking forward to a turbocharge. So a win here would just be more fuel for what I expect to be a breakthrough year. Next year, 2025, is going to be humongous for me as an athlete. So this would just be adding up to that and laying the groundwork for a big 2025.
Pouring gasoline on an open flame, that's what we want to see tomorrow. Now, Nate, have you had a chance, Nate, to study your opponent, and what is your opinion of him going into this matchup?
I've watched him a little bit. I saw him do the match coming towards this whole event. I didn't realize there was a whole tournament to earn yourself into this whole promotion, but now I know, and I got to watch the whole thing, and you did very well. Good to watch you compete. You know, good grappler and stuff, and looking forward to having this matchup with you and your future and stuff. I'm really looking forward to this match, man. It's always been a dream of mine just to step on a big promotion and, just a well-known mat and going against a really good opponent.
Positive vibes and the best hair of 2024 joining me right here in the featherweight division, Izaak Cordova and Nate Hernandez. Now, next up, we're going to be going to the lightweight division, and that's going to be Julian Espinoza and Randy Baker. We are having so much fun here at the Who's Number 125 press conference. Next up joining me is going to be the lightweight division, Julian Espinoza and Randy Baker. Randy, we're going to go ahead and kick things off with you. Now let me ask you, how are you approaching this match against Julian on Wednesday?
So we actually had a match back in May, and he ended up catching me with the inside heel hook, so I've just been working on that. I know that day I didn't really perform my best. No disrespect to him. He's a great competitor. I just know I wasn't at my best. But I know if I perform to my fullest abilities, I'm better on top, I'm better on bottom. Basically, I go both ways.
Well, I think that we're going to see the Randy Baker that everybody is going to expect tomorrow on Wednesday. Now, Julian, after winning your WNO lightweight qualifiers back in July, what does this opportunity mean to you in WNO as a competitor? This guy, I'm going to tell you, he's got such a hard smile. It's hard to talk to him.
It's been good. I always wanted to be here and show the world who Julian is. Some of you may know me, some of you may not, but you're about to know. So just pretty excited to be here to fight Randy. As he said, I fought him before, and I got the win, and I'm trying to do the same thing tomorrow, hopefully faster than the last time.
This man is as cool as a cucumber, and we cannot wait to see these two tomorrow. Going down in the lightweight division, Julian Espinoza and Randy Baker. Next up is going to be in the lightweight division. We've got Max Hanson and Carlos Henrique. Next up, we have got the lightweight division, and that's going down between Max Hanson and Carlos Henrique. Carlos, we'll go ahead and start off with you. What do you think of Max's comments after you fought him in the no-gi pan finals?
I think he's gonna do the same thing, about leg locks. I already avoid his game 2 times, and I think he's just gonna do the same thing. If he's try do all the stuff, I think my skill, if he take down, pass, I think it's better than him. It's the only way he can do close match with me if he's attack my legs. And I already know I'm gonna avoid again how I did twice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the last 2 matches, they were under IBJJF rules. Now, how do you think that this match will play out under the Who's Number 1 rules?
I think they're gonna think nothing because I always look for the submission. I know the IBJJF rules is a little bit different about the Who's Number 1 rules, but I'm looking for the submission all the time, so they're gonna change nothing.
Thank you very much. Now we're moving on to Max. Now, Max, you and Carlos are currently 1-1. Now, what are your keys to victory in this rubber match?
If I'm looking back at our previous matches in IBJJF rule set, basically I was the one attacking submissions. I'm more of a sub-only guy. It's actually taken me a long time to adjust to this IBJJF rule set. In the last 30 seconds of both of our matches, I had Carlos in deep submission attempts. And even in our last match, this guy wasn't attacking submissions. The last 10 seconds, he even walked away. Whereas the previous match where I was losing by 2 points, I actually had the initiative to keep attacking and still trying to win. So I think the difference in this is just going to be a mentality thing of where you're not giving up and you're continuing to fight for the finish despite the circumstance of the match, right? You don't want to just kind of fold and get frustrated. Even if I know Carlos's guard is good, my guard's good. In that match, we both wanted to get to our guard. Even when you're dealing with someone's guard like that, you can't get frustrated. You should still try to win the match the entire time. And, yeah, that's kind of how I see how it's doing.
Well, on top of that, does this match at all feel personal to you with you guys going back and forth on social media?
Okay, despite going back and forth on social media, I'll never make any match personal. As soon as you step on the mat, I think you're a fool if you get emotional, if you start fighting with anger, if you start fighting with this need to beat somebody because you might not like them, you're going to start fucking up and getting caught. So, I mean, maybe outside it can be personal, but I think Carlos and I both want the same things in life. We probably trained just as hard leading up to the points in our career. We probably lived a very similar lifestyle to achieve the things we had, and that's why I basically called him out when I did, because when him and Satava were basically jerking each other off and talking shit, it's like, all right, well, I had respect for you before. I thought we had mutual respect for each other because we had that close match. I thought it was a very good match.
But then when I seen them talking like this, it's like it's clear there was no respect. So I just kind of returned the favor with that.
Well, I'm definitely in agreement with you that cooler heads prevail on the mat, and tomorrow we're going to be seeing that. This is actually the first fight on the main card going down in the lightweight division. It's one that you're not going to want to miss. Max Hanson and Carlos Henrique. All right, next up here at the Who's Number 125 press conference, we have the welterweight division. Daniel Sathler taking on Fabyury Khrysthyan. Now, Fabyury, I'm going to start with you, my man. Now, when Andrew had to be replaced with Daniel, what were your thoughts and expectations for this new matchup?
Like, be honest, it was like a very good match. I was happy to have like Daniel on the match. He's like an excited guy. He's always like pushing, going forward, looking for a crazy matchup. So for me, it was good. Like, they took off like a very good guy, but they put like another good guy for his scramble to have like a back and forth match, like hunting each other. So I was happy to see Daniel fighting with me.
I like to hear that. And, you know, you're someone that has really been ready to break out for a while now. Now, let me ask you, what does it mean to you to finally be on Who's Number 1?
Like, I've been working hard most of my life, literally my whole life. So I knew that was like reached the point that I would have the chance to show off my work. So when I met Ricardo at Italy, I told him, like, before I started to fight, I told him, like, get the papers ready because we're going to get off here with the signed contract. And that's the way that I did it. Like, I was able to show to him and a lot of people my work ethic, how I'm going there, put on a show. Doesn't matter if I win or lose. I'm going to always, like, try to display the best of jiu-jitsu, hunting the people, like, respecting everybody, but, like, chasing them on the mat between those squares.
Well, that was a good move on Ricardo. Thank you very much. All right, now Daniel. Now you've really become synonymous with someone who's had some really electrifying, submissions. Now let me ask you, what should the fans expect from you out on the mat tomorrow?
So first of all, I would like to wish Andrew Tackett a speedy recovery, and I would like to thank you for the opportunity. And you guys can expect from me the same Daniel as always, always pushing the match forward, fighting for submission. And yeah, that's it.
Well, what's your history with Fabyury? What do you know about him and his style?
I know he's a very good guy, very aggressive jiu-jitsu as well. I'm very happy to be here in the stage, fighting someone that is exciting too, push forward. A guy that's not going to just want to stall, sit, and just wait. He's going to push the match forward, and that's going to help for sure both of us fighting for not only the victory, but also trying to kill each other out there.
I think this match is going to stay busy and possibly violent, but something we'll have to see tomorrow on the mat. Who's number 125? This one once again going down in the welterweight division. Daniel Sathler and Fabyury Khrysthyan. What's going on, guys? This is Mr. Live Worldwide, Jeff Houston, and we are here at the official press conference for Who's Number 125 here in the great city of Houston, Texas. Tomorrow night, it's going down at the Bayou Music Center, live worldwide on FloGrappling. The doors open at 6 o'clock, and our first fight gets kicked off at 7 p.m. We have got 11 matches on the card with the best no-gi grapplers on this planet. They're going to take to the mat, and they are going to show the world why this is a gentle but violent sport at its absolute finest. Now, first up, these two ladies who are going to be competing in the women's strawweight division are going to get us kicked off. Tayana Victoria taking on Catherine Dischiani. Now, Catherine, let's go ahead and let's talk to you first. Now, we know that you're excited, and we know that you are kicking off Who's Number 125 tomorrow live on FloGrappling.com. What do you have in store for your opponent?
Well, I'm pretty excited. I feel like I came in already 1-0 on time, 2-0 on weight, and tomorrow I'm looking to go 3-0 against her. So I think I'm going to be entertaining. I have good jiu-jitsu, and I'm going to be fast-paced.
3-0, and she is ready to go. Thank you so much. Next up, we're going to go over to Tayana. Now, Tayana, let me ask you something. This is your second match with Who's Number 1, and a lot of us really want to know what's going on. Could we possibly see another straight ankle lock submission victory tomorrow? Because we know, as far as your arsenal goes, that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's my second time compete under Who's Number 1. And yeah, I'm ready. I train a lot with my team for this moment, and there's a lot of training with the foot locks. Yeah, you guys can wait my best tomorrow. I'm really ready for this moment.
I'm really seeing if she's going to implement that into her arsenal tomorrow, but we're just going to have to wait for the opening match tomorrow in the women's strawweight division. Tainara Victoria taking on Catherine Dischiani. The excitement continues here at the press conference with our next matchup, which is going down in the Who's Number One women's featherweight division. Helena Crevar taking on Leilani Bernales. Now, Leilani, I'm going to start with you. Now, Helena, you know, she has had an incredible year in 2024. Now, how can you score that upset on Wednesday against the ADCC finalist?
Yeah, I gotta agree. She has been doing amazing, but she's a human. Somebody can beat her. I'm trying to approach a way that nobody has really done before. I see like everybody just trying to go past the guard, try to avoid the leg locks. I respect her. I know she has a good leg lock game, but I'm not afraid of her. So for the submission that I'm looking for, I don't really need to pass the guard, which is something that everybody kind of looks for. So let's just see how it goes tomorrow, and I hope I get the sub.
Well, you know, to touch on that, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, a lot of competitors, they were very hesitant to take this match. And what do you think makes Helena so dangerous as an opponent?
Well, I think it's her leg lock game. That's the way that she has been subbing everyone lately. And I don't know why everybody's so afraid of that. I'm not. I don't think I ever been subbed with a leg lock in the competition before. So when I got offered the fight, I didn't think twice before I said yes. I was like, yeah, I want to go. She's been doing so good. She's at the top. I'm making my way to the top. And what better way to show that I deserve to be there than fighting her?
I love that. Thank you very much. All right, Helena, now this is your first time facing Leilani. Let me ask you something. What are your thoughts going into this match about her?
Yeah, so Leilani is a great opponent. When I was offered a match, I was really excited. We were in the same division twice at the East and West Coast Trials, but we didn't get a chance to compete against each other. So when I was offered a match, I was really excited, and I accepted it right away.
I love it. Now, with your historic 2024 ADCC silver medal win, how does it feel really to be at the top of the division as young as you are?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I was the youngest finalist and the youngest medalist at age 17. So it's really amazing to be at such a young age, but competing against other girls that are such a high level. And it was definitely an amazing experience, and I'm really grateful for it.
Isn't that crazy, folks? She hasn't even grown up yet, and here she is, an ADCC finalist. I love that. Congratulations and exactly for that, and we will see you on the mat tomorrow. That's going to be once again in the Who's Number One women's featherweight division. Helena Crevar taking on Leilani Bernales. Now, this is a matchup that I am excited for, ladies and gentlemen. This one going down in the heavyweight division. Felipe Pena taking on Declan Moody. Declan, all kinds of fun stuff to talk to you about today. You know, the last time you were on Who's Number One, you could say, well, actually, you did say that you could pass any guard. Does that statement include Felipe?
We're going to find out tomorrow. It's going to be obviously the biggest challenge, I think, in the heavyweight division for guard players. But I'm looking forward to doing my best to get through.
I'm excited for that one. And what would a win over a champion like Felipe mean to you in your career?
For me in my career, like it's more of a personal victory. You know, I've looked up to Felipe for a very long time. He's been an incredible competitor. I remember watching him when I was young at the Worlds in the gi, and then just to be here now is exceptional. And I'm going to go out there and give him my best.
And we can't wait to see that. Thank you very much, Declan. All right, Felipe, what are your thoughts about Declan as an opponent?
I think Declan is very good. I watched his match in Who's Number One, the previous one, and he did amazing. He was dominant on the match, you know, looks very good skills, passing the guard and getting the submission. Very slicky technique to get on the back. So he's a strong opponent as well, and really good techniques to foot locks, ankle locks, this type of thing. So I think he's really good in jiu-jitsu, so I'm excited to go there tomorrow and do my best.
Well, let me also ask you, Felipe, what is motivating you in jiu-jitsu at this time in your career? What are the biggest goals at this stage in your career?
I think the biggest goals is I keep doing that because I love it. You know, it's what I really like to do it. Like train really hard and compete. I love competition. I always been a very competitive athlete, even inside the gym for everything. Even when I was really young with my brothers, you know. So this competitive feeling, it's part of me. So our title is always good. You know, it's always good for my career. But this is the best job in the world, so why I would stop?
Well, you're one of the best to ever do it, so we can't wait to see it tomorrow. And there you have it on the heavyweight division. This is one that is going to be a match for the ages. Could it go 15 minutes? We will see tomorrow. Felipe Pena taking on Declan Moody. And here we have the feature match of the evening, and it's going to be for the vacant Who's Number One Women's Strawweight Championship. Adele Fornarino taking on Sophia Cassella. Now, Sophia, let's start things off with you. What would be bigger to you, winning the Who's Number One title or defeating someone as highly as regarded as Adele?
That's a tough one. I don't know. Winning the title is cool, but Adele is like very highly decorated, and she's such an amazing competitor. Can I say that it's like equal? Can it be equal?
It absolutely can be equal.
Both of them would be amazing for me. So.
That's no problem. We can definitely have that on a 50-50. But the odds makers have you as the underdog. What mindset are you approaching this match with?
I'm just going to come out here and try to look for the finish as fast as possible. I was the underdog last time I was here. I was a late replacement the last time I was here, so this is nothing new to me, and I feel like I have absolutely nothing to lose in this match, so I'm going to go out there and just let it fly.
I love the next level confidence. Good luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, Adele. Now, how does it feel, seriously, going from the hunter to now being one of the most hunted individuals on the mat today? That's gotta change something for you.
It changes a little bit, but not too much. I'm still going out there to do what I normally do. I've worked really hard to be in this position, to be the hunted. I've worked really hard to have this target on my back, and you know I'm going to work really hard to keep that target on my back to make sure that people are continuously chasing me.
Well, considering that you're a two-time ADCC world champion, we definitely believe that coming up. But what would it mean to you to be the brand new Who's Number One Strawweight world champion tomorrow?
It would be amazing. I remember some of the first Who's Number One events that were broadcasted, and some of the first titles that were given out, and just seeing those belts and seeing those titles handed out and fought so hard for, and knowing that I wanted one, and knowing that I would do what it took to get my opportunity, get my chance. And I feel like I've performed enough on the WNO stage to earn the right to be where I'm at. And you know, I have it in my sights, and I'm ready to get out there, and I'm ready to get it.
You can absolutely hear the veteranship in her voice, and I think that that's going to play out on the mat, but you never know. Stranger things have been known to happen here at Who's Number One, and this is your feature fight for the vacant Who's Number One Women's Strawweight Championship, Adele Fornarino or Sophia Cassella. This is always my favorite part of the broadcast, especially here at this press conference, Who's Number 125. This is the main event, and this is going to be 15 minutes in the heavyweight division if it ends up going that long. Kaynan Duarte taking on Roberto Jimenez. I'm so excited for this one. Now, Roberto, you know, you're going up in weight class for this fight. Now, how will you be successful against a bigger opponent?
I think the key here is to – oh, this doesn't even work. It does? All right. So the key here is movement, technique. Jiu-jitsu is based on the smaller guy beating the bigger guy. So that's my focus. and I know it's going to be a great fight, aware of every situation because I know is both well-rounded athletes. And, yeah, man, it's going to be active the whole time.
Awesome, awesome. Now, what makes your style so unique, and what should the fans expect from you on Wednesday?
A lot of people think that I don't have a strategy when I go into fights. I do, but I'm also ready to improvise. And I think that's an important part of an martial artist is to be ready for anything that comes up. Yeah, man. I don't know what you asked, but people can expect a great fight, a finish, or a 15-minute brawl.
That is exactly what I asked, so you didn't miss anything there. Thank you very much. Now, Kaynan, one of the best to do it in the world today. 3-time ADCC world champion, cleaned up. Yeah, I was going to get to the absolute victory on that. You got to give me a second to actually get the microphone going. But here it comes. Point blank question. Do you think that you are the best no-gi grappler at heavyweight in the world?
I think I'm one of the best. Last month I proved that I was the best in the world in that day. But what I have achieved is in the past. So tomorrow I have another challenge, and that's what I'm gonna keep proving, you know. Because you're the best, you're one of the best, but you're just the best in the world in that moment, you know. I have to be prepared always to overcome my next challenge.
Awesome, awesome. Now, what kind of threat does Roberto pose to you tomorrow?
I think he's an athlete that has like great cardio. I think he's gonna start the fight like a very aggressive. I know a little bit what he does. He does a lot of like standing up game. He's gonna try to do like a double overhook to attack my back. I don't think he's gonna accept bottom position. I don't think he's gonna pull guard. And I feel that I'm ready going, if things go well or goes back, you know, I can either play on bottom or play on top. So whoever goes the mat, I'm going to feel comfortable on that. I believe so.
Well, the entire grappling world is going to be looking out for you on Wednesday, and we can't wait to see what you've got in store for Roberto Jimenez. Guys, this is your main event, and this is one that could main event anywhere in the entire world. Kaynan Duarte, Roberto Jimenez, no more paperwork needed. This is a wrap from the official Who's Number 125 press conference. Remember, tomorrow, Bayou Music Center, 7 p.m. Central Time. The doors get opened up, and you can check us out live on FloGrappling. I'm Mr. Live Worldwide, Jeff Houston, and thank you for checking us out at the press conference, Who's Number 125.